A mechanic tossed a rusty puller in the scrap bin for $5. Months later, that exact same tool sparked a $500 bidding war at auction. Sounds crazy, right? It's true. Today we're counting down 10 car mechanic tools hiding in your garage right now, worth way more than you'd ever guess. Stick around because the tool at number 1 doesn't even need to be vintage to earn a spot on this list. Number 10, the vintage wheel hub puller. Rusted solid, 3 curved legs, looks like scrap. A Michigan mechanic almost pitched one until he spotted an early Herbrand stamp with all 3 jaws intact. Herbrand, New Britain, Industro, and OTC built the pullers mechanics reached for when a hub seized onto an axle. An ordinary puller trades for modest money. An early forged one made for a Model T or Model A draws considerably more. Check that every jaw, screw, and crossbar is present first. Check for original markings next. Leave the finish alone last. The next tool still works perfectly, and that's exactly why nobody suspects it's worth anything. Number 9, vintage snap-on ratchets and early socket sets. Plenty of mechanics still have one tucked in a drawer because it never stopped working. A Pennsylvania clear-out almost sent a full set to a scrap buyer before someone noticed the slanted logo and matching case. The earliest USA-made versions, 1920s through the 1950s, have become something else entirely. It's not the ratchet, it's the set. Complete matching sets in original cases are the rare part now. No auction house pays this channel. Nothing here is guaranteed. Check the maker's mark first. Check originality next, since an untouched finish beats a repaint. Check completeness last. A full set with its case over reassembled pieces. Heavy polishing hurts you here. The next one has almost no resale value alone until you add one thing, paperwork. Number 8, professional click-type torque wrenches. Engine builders know why this matters. It's a precision instrument standing between a bolt torque to spec and an expensive failure. An Arizona shop nearly sold one off as scrap before checking the case. A plain, undocumented vintage snap-on torque wrench typically resells for $25 to $35. $25 to $35, a working tool's price, not a collector's price. Check the case first, original and matching. Check calibration records next. Check for a certification stamp last, showing it was checked against a known standard. That paperwork turns a $30 tool into something an engine builder will actually pay real money for. The next one breaks the rule of this whole list. Number 7, professional OBD2 diagnostic scanners. Not everything here needs to be old. A Florida shop almost wrote off a professional-grade unit before realizing the software was just out of date. Some of the priciest equipment in a modern garage is a scanner from Snap-on, Autel, or Bosch. A cheap code reader just clears faults. A professional unit talks to dozens of modules. But this cuts both ways. Subscriptions expire, coverage goes stale, some units lock to the original account. Check the software status first, check the vehicle coverage next, check the kit's completeness last. A scanner that can't update is worth a fraction of what it costs new, while one with current software holds real value for a working shop. The next tools were never even sold to the public. Number 6, vintage transmission and brake specialty tools. Some of the rarest automotive tools never touched a retail shelf. A Minnesota shop found a Kent Moore alignment set buried in a bin, built for one GM transmission and long discontinued. Check the tool number first, match to the exact transmission. Check the case next, original and complete. Check the mechanism last, since a modern replacement often doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't just collect dust, it does a job nothing else on Earth can. The next one looks like a toy next to a real talk, and that's exactly why people skip it. Number 5, vintage dwell meters. Before electronic ignition, every tune-up depended on one of these, measuring how long the ignition point stayed closed. A Nevada collector grabbed one at a swap meet for pocket change, probes and manuals still in the case. A working snap-on tack dwell meter commonly changes hands for around $50. $50, the floor, not the ceiling. Check the probes first, original and matching. Check the manual next. Check the case last from names like Sun, Snap-on, Allen, and Actron. Fewer classic cars run breaker point ignition today, making these a niche but real collectible. The next tool uses a flashing light instead of a needle, often mistaken for doing the same job. Number 4, vintage timing lights. A timing light and a dwell meter work the same tune-up, but they're not the same reveal. A Missouri mechanic nearly left one at an estate sale, mistaking it for a broken flashlight. A timing light sets ignition timing accurately on a distributor-based engine. Vintage models from Sun, Snap-on, Craftsman, and Kent Moore remain popular for the exact reason they were new: rugged construction that still works decades later. Check the leads first, present, and intact. Check the case next. Check the housing last for cracks. A basic example missing its case might only bring modest money, but a complete working unit draws real interest. The next tool was built to be rebuilt, not replaced. A safety question as much as a collector's question. Number 3, heavy-duty professional floor jacks. Old jacks from Heinberner, Walker, and Blackhawk were engineered to be repaired for decades, not thrown out the moment a seal failed. An Indiana shop almost scrapped one for the cast iron before a rebuild brought it back. Check the casting first for cracks. Check the hydraulic seals next. Check the load rating plate last, still legible. Here's something unique to this entry. Collector value and safe working condition are two separate questions. A genuine find can still need a full rebuild and a real load test before it lifts a car again. Originality is worth paying for. Skipping the safety check is not. The next machine used to sit in every serious engine shop, and it almost never gets mentioned in these lists. Number 2, vintage compression testers. A compression tester has always been one of the fastest ways to judge an engine's health without pulling it apart. A Colorado mechanic grabbed a full kit at a garage sale, gauge, hoses, and case still together. A basic snap-on compression tester in decent shape typically resells for around $25 on its own. $25, real number, modest number. Check the gauge first. Check the hoses and adapters next. Check the case last from names like Snap-on, Sun, OTC, and Mac Tools. Complete kits stay useful on old engines decades later, which is why mechanics and restorers want them intact, not pieced together from spare parts. Last one, and this entry actually earns the word fortune. Number 1, factory tool kits for classic sports cars. A canvas or vinyl tool roll tucked inside a Porsche, Ferrari, or Jaguar can be worth several $100s completely on its own. An Alabama collector almost let one go with a car sale, tossed in the trunk as an afterthought. Genuine, complete kits for models like the 911 have sold in the $400 to $900 range, sometimes more for rare early examples. $400 to $900 from a tool roll most people wouldn't look at twice. Check the model year match first. Check the roll bag next, correct and original. Check every branded wrench last against the factory list. A complete matching kit sells for meaningfully more than tools gathered separately, and one wrong piece drags the whole kit's value down.